Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. We um, asking you that you encourage us by subscribing to our channel, like this video, share it, and even comment if you have questions. So we'll be glad to respond to you. So today we are going to be talking about types of research. And my name remains Professor Yabode Onwabuize. You recall that in the last video we actually introduced to the concept of research, and in this video so we'll be introduced to the different types of research, and I hope as you learn as much as I'll be very glad to share with you. So it's a pleasure to be here, but then you're the one that will encourage us, like I said, by actually helping us to sustain this video work by liking, by sharing, and asking your questions. We honestly answer as much as we can. So I've already given you the orientation to how we're going to approach this in the first video, so you can go back and watch our earlier video that is titled "What is Research?" So we are going to look at types of research in this particular video. The first one we're going to look at is what we call basic research. Now, usually this is the type of research that leads to finding things that could result in the development of new theories. Um, Basically, it's just about the common kind of research that we do. It can lead us to maybe from the data, we can see a new pattern from the activities or whatever involved in, we can see a new involvement. So we can actually lead to new theories that can be arrived at. This thing that people do is not as if it's rocket science that people just say they discover a theory or whatever. No, it's not rocket science. It's just product of research being done. Then we also have the applied research. Now this is about applying the theory derives in a new research. So if like I remember, I'm trying to remember the last inaugural lecture I attended in Uniben here. The person, is it performance theory now? It is PT or something like that. I'm trying to remember the name. Now, normally in grammar we look at I'm trying to remember the name of what is well, in grammar normally we look at all kind of what was it called, theories that have been proposed. We talk of traditional grammar, we talk of what was it called now? We talk of transformation generative grammar, we talk of maybe Halidean systemic functional grammar and all of that. But you see here people working together to create a new kind of theory that is being proposed, and that is just it's so that when you have a theory, when you talk about theoretical framework, like I remember today, well, one of the preference grammar I've seen now, is proposing preference grammar. So and he tried to use it to analyze, because it's influence of knowledge, to analyze some data. So when you say you have a theoretical framework, that means you're applying your research. So the theory that you derived in a new research. Then you also have the action research. Now it's related towards solving a specific problem. Now if you have a pattern, of course, when COVID-19 descended on the world, everybody was going up and down trying to find a solution, and that's just the way it works. So that's an example of action research. So this kind of action, that there's a problem and everybody wants to solve it. Now what do we do? What is causing it? How do we end it? And all of that. So that is action research. Then we have research and development. Now this is very important for nations that want to develop. It is used to develop solutions that can lead to better products. So I partner with a company that's called Longbridge Bioscience International. One of the things they do is that they have eight R&D, eight research and development units all over the world. And now I think some of them, depending on what probably the raw material that is probably available in an area or the needs in that area determine what kind of, I know in Paris it is something about skincare, and then you have about how many of them now in China, then you have the one that's developed in Nigeria. I don't really know if I've taken off, but I know there's a factory. But whether the R&D aspect of it has really taken off, I cannot really confirm for now. But research and development is actually intended to actually lead to better products, so you're going to improve on the products that you have. And then you also have evaluation. It's determined to you evaluate. Okay, this thing we have been doing, how far are we gone? Is there progress and all of that? There's a study I'm proposing now to do in a special edition in my university. We have what we call the of course that's part of where I got some of this idea from. We have what we call the instructional videos, and we have been using it, and the university is paying a lot for it, but I want to evaluate it. How far is it really as effective as the university thinks? They also have the historical research. I've also done something like that when I did a historical profile of women. And what did I find? That pre-colonial women are not really as you can check it out. You can check it out on my Google Scholar. Yapode Omolara Akewanwabuizi. You can check it out on my Google Scholar. So it is there. It is. I said, how did we get here? It's a historical profile of African women, and I did it touching all the regions in Africa. And what I found is just the same thing. That pre-colonial African women were very strong. It was colonialism. It was colonialism and the foreign religions like Islam, Christianity that actually brought the women down in the Nigerian, I mean in the African context. They were very strong women. Some of them were even leading wars. So you can do a profile for people to determine a future course of action. Then of course, even what do doctors do? That's actually what they do. So maybe you may not call that a research. When they're doing diagnosis, it's actually they want to know your history so that they can now know what do they do. But then you don't just take a decision. Like government don't just say, policy maker don't just, they need to assess people that know what they're doing. You don't just go out there and just start making pronouncements. You should actually do a study and find out, okay, what's the best course of action for my people. And that is very very important. Then we also have descriptive research. Now, this describes and interprets the present events to make decisions. So, what is going on now? What is it? I mean, you're talking about what is going on with the youth in Nigeria. I mean, part of why I started the series. You can also watch that on this channel, the youth series, and it is just trying to try to look at what is happening there. Let us see what do we do. So, of course, it is mostly motivational in nature, but then there's a recurrent thing that is happening, and then one is concerned now. So you can try to find out why are these young people doing this, that, and that's the only way we can help them. They also have the survey, which most of us in social science is actually familiar with. So you collect data, of course, people in language too, from some population to represent a group, and then that survey and its representative, because if you have like there's a COVID-19 research we're doing, and then we even first of all did a pilot study which have been studied to look at some states, and then we captured the data there. Then the main study was actually focused on Abuja and FCT, and then but even the FCT we cannot get everybody. So taking 200 samples randomly selected from the 6 districts. No, are they called districts now? They're not councils. Yes, they are called councils. It's in the council that you have districts. Like my area now, we call it a district. We have Apo district, you have Matama district, all those things. But the council itself is the Abuja Municipal Council. So that's where we are, and we also have uh the other councils. Let me see now. What's the Kubwa Council area? I don't know what they call it. I think that's the name they call it. No, I'm not sure that's the name. I think Kubwa is actually in Amak. I'm trying to remember that where the law school is now. I'm trying to remember. You have the Kwali Council, you have the Kuje Council, so all those kind of things. So you do so you take the sample data, but you have to be systematic in how you take them. Also, have correlational study now, it is describing nature, and they try to compare two or more variables. So variables are brought together to compare. Then I always say this will not be more than 5 minutes, but at the end of the time, 10 minutes. So then we also have case study. Now let's focus on the particular subject or situation and it is descriptive. When we have the case of COVID-19, definitely you have to have a case study. That's the only way they could actually study and zero in and be able to find out the vaccine that eventually will develop. They also have the exposed factor research. Now it's also descriptive and also regarded as a causal comparative research. So you want to know what causes it, then you compare and then to determine what are your findings and what's the answer. There you have the experimental research. Now this usually involves manipulating variables to determine the cause and effect. Now it's considered as a practical type of research. You know that's what scientists do. You have elements, but you know in education you also have what you call the control group. You actually also do I think also in social sciences, you can actually have a group of people that you call the control group. Then you have the other one. I forgot what name it is called now. So this one now, I perform an experiment. Of course, you can do experiments in this case with maybe substances, but you can also do human experiment. Of course, when you have a control group that okay, you expose them to this, and of course we also do that in language. So you can I remember the language clinic. I think that they do that a lot. So you can actually also do that even as a student of language. You can actually do such experiments. Maybe in language teaching or whatever, but you can actually do experimental research. So in summary, what have we discussed in this video? So in this video we have learned about different types of research that is conducted. You learn about basic research action. You also learn about survey, case study, different exposed factor, and all of that. Even also we talked about research that is for development or research and development. So this is not exhaustive. So you can also find out more in the course of your reading. So you can find out more. So we have some practice. You can look at you can state what types of research you have learned about in this video. You can also discuss each one and then have you have applied in your academic career. Then let's also find out from you, what do you think differentiates basic research from an experimental research? And of course you can say that they are worlds apart, but let me hear that from you. You can give us your views in the comment. Maybe I will even try and be developing a Google form so that you can actually use it to respond to the things that we are talking about here. Then you can give us an example of how a case study could be used in research. How do you think a case study could be used in research? So I would like to just acknowledge all the scholars. Because if I say I started research, that is not true. I also had to read up. And so of course I'll be teaching research for quite a while. So some of the courses, the course materials in my best that I'm using have actually been very helpful into developing it. Of course, my students that I'll be supervising are going to challenge me to try and get more knowledge on how to lead them. So it has been a very special thing. So thank you very much. We appreciate you lot, and please don't forget, like I said, to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to share the video. You're very fair to share the video. When I start having paid classes, maybe I may self-restricted, but for now, you're very fair to share, and of course you can also freely send your questions. So we would like to hear from you. Thank you very much. So see you guys in the next video.
Subscribe now.